let's get started because we got some bad news to start with, unfortunately. But the Last of Us multiplayer video game has been set back again by Sony. Sorry for the bad article, but found this pretty early. And in order to unlock all this, I gotta get a subscription, but screw all that. But yep, they have slowed it down, taken people off it. It does state why. Where was it? Recent evaluations to the people who asked. Okay, it was scaled back after recent evaluations. They're not naming why. Yeah, it's a little disappointing because this was just talked about before the Sony showcase. People were hoping to see more of it at the Sony showcase, but it sounds like we're heading towards another delay. I know this was already delayed before. I think it's been delayed a few times, but this is going to piss a lot of people off, especially with the success of the show and this being something that has been talked about for quite a while and been in development for quite a while. So yeah, sorry for any Last of Us fans, but I would expect a delay and not to see the multiplayer anytime soon. It's a little weird though, because they have all the Last of Us remakes and ports out, but they can't get out a multiplayer game for some reason. I'm hoping it's because they want it to work right and they want it to be good on release, which is something we're not getting a lot, but still. You got to get it out there. It's got to get out there at some point in time. More bad news. If you're a Lord of the Rings fan, the Gollum game came out technically this morning, depending on when you watch this and when this goes live. But it came out and it is not doing well. And this actually isn't surprising. This got delayed. This came out, or the trailer came out. People did not like the way it looked. They kind of changed it. People still didn't like the way it looked. They still decided to go forth with it. And it came out and it's not good, and it's kind of what we expected from the trailer. It's a very shallow and bland stealth game. You know, Gollum is not a action character. He doesn't fight in the movies. He doesn't use swords, even in the books. I'm not a big Lord of the Rings fan, but I know enough to know that Gollum probably wasn't the best choice for a main character. Story wise, it's pretty much, if you know Lord of the Rings, you know Gollum and Smeagol's backstory, then it's that. It's just that. There's nothing new here. Glad I didn't pre-order that dumpster fire. I know, man. It is. It's not doing well. 40% user score on Metacritic. I read a little bit of this to give a brief summary. Pretty much, it's also very buggy and broken. You can stand in front of guards and they won't notice you. You can see like he's kind of in the light right here. Doesn't notice you. Orcs are really dumb. It's kind of a generic, you know, throw rocks to distract enemies, run away, climb. Nothing too special or great that, you know, anyone should go out and buy this. No one should buy this game. You should avoid this game at all costs, no matter what they do. It just can't be fixed. It was something they tried. It probably should have been a smaller experimental game, but instead it was a borderline AAA release, and it has flopped and failed, which leads over to the next thing. I watched gameplay of it. Yeah, didn't it? I saw the original trailer, the one that people were like, yo, Gollum looks dumb as hell, this game looks childish, and they changed it up, and he looks pretty much the same. The game pretty much looks the same. I'm pretty sure they just changed the model of Gollum, and the rest of the world stayed the same, but all bad news, to the point that they have already came out and said they deeply regret it, and what is it? Daedalic is sorry, but you know, this type of is just getting real annoying. Here's the tweet. We'll go ahead and read the tweet and respond to that. Dear players, we would like to sincerely apologize for the underwhelming experience many of you have had with the Lord of the Rings Gollum upon its release. I think this is a great example of, at some point in time, if you know it's going to be this bad, if you put out a first trailer and people respond to it the way they did, it might be better just to pull the plug on the whole thing. I understand, you know, it's money, man hours, labor, all that stuff, but is it better to, you know, cut it off and let it die with some, you know, in the shadows, I guess would be better to say, let it die and be forgotten, or release it and have to put out an apology like this and not recuperate any of the money you spent, or vaguely any of the money you spent to put this out. We acknowledge and deeply regret that the game did not meet the expectations we set for ourselves or for our dedicated community. Please accept our sincere apologies for any disappointment this may have caused. In all honesty, you probably didn't have that big of a community to disappoint. You know, I feel like they're talking to all of the Lord of the Rings fans, but let's be honest, how many of you are Lord of the Rings fans that, you know, were really excited for this game? I'm pretty sure even Lord of the Rings fans knew what was coming and that this was going to be bad. Probably a quote in there somewhere, we don't refund your money, thanks for buying the game. You haven't heard anything about refunds. I hope people are trying to get refunds, because it's a bad game. Again, according to that last I already closed it, but according to that last article, it's buggy, it's broken. The mechanics work, but they're just not fun mechanics. They're just stale, boring, basic mechanics, like throwing rocks to distract enemies. Like, that's not something new or unique. Like, oh shit, I should have stayed on that long. I should have kept that article up. But he talks about he or she talks about how what was it? Oh, that if it's going to be a stealth action game, it has to have something unique to make it fun and stand out, and it doesn't have any of that. So it just feels like a game they didn't put a lot of thought or effort into, and they just wanted to get it out there to make money off the Lord of the Rings franchise. I'm assuming for Rings of Power, since, you know, that just came out, but even that is flopped too. Even that, did that get canceled? Does anyone remember if that got canceled? I think I do remember hear about it getting picked up for season 2, but I swear I saw something about it getting canceled. But our goal as a studio and as passionate Lord of the Rings fans has always been to tell a compelling and immersive story-driven adventure. What happened? I mean, why did you go with Gollum then? Of all the characters you could have focused the game around, you could have done like Strider, you know, that would have been a lot more fun. Someone that uses multiple swords and has this deep backstory in Lord of the Rings. You could have done Legolas. You could have done so many other characters. Instead, Legolas would have been amazing. You could have had him do bow and arrow. He even uses 2 swords. The elves, you could have had so much cool shit right there. So why, of all the things, when you're saying you want to tell a compelling and immersive story, did you pick fucking Gollum? I don't, like, it's hard to say a compelling, immersive, story driven when you picked one of the least interesting story characters. Well, probably not that, but the least interactive and action focused story characters, you know? Crafting a story with Middle Earth as our playground has been the greatest honor and the biggest challenge we have faced so far. Jesus Christ, man. Now as a studio, you're just making me question a lot of shit about you. I mean, this shouldn't have been that big of a challenge. Just don't tell the elf. At Daedalic, we understand that a game's success relies on the enjoyment and satisfaction of its players. We generally value your feedback and have been actively listening to your voices, reading your comments, and analyzing the constructive criticism and suggestions you have provided. I don't know, did you? I mean, you did when it came to redesigning Gollum, but did no one tell you guys, hey, maybe a strictly stealth game with Gollum as the main focus character isn't a fun and good idea? I don't know. That's another, you know, thing you hear a lot with these apologies that you just wonder about. Our development team has been working diligently to address the bugs and technical issues many of you experience. We are committed to providing you with patches that will allow you to enjoy the game to its fullest potential. Yeah, we hear that way too much nowadays, especially on systems that are pretty much the fucking equivalent to a high-end fucking PC. I just feel like that shouldn't be... I shouldn't be reading this fucking line as much as I have been in the past few years. Once again, we deeply apologize for any inconvenience caused, and we appreciate you understanding during this time. We will continue to keep you updated on our progress, provide transparent communication regarding the upcoming patches and improvements. Your passion and dedication as players has been the driving force behind our determination to making things right. And this game just came out, so it's just like, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if you can fix this. That, like I said, I think that's the biggest problem. I don't know if this is a fixable game. You don't have enough mechanics in here. It would take so much to fix this game that I don't think it's going to be possible. I mean, if they do put out patches and work on it, I commend them for it. It might be best just to walk away. I don't even know if fans are expecting that much from you. I don't know what's going to happen. Again, if you bought this game and you're disappointed, I would encourage refunds. You know, asking for a refund if you can, but I like this immediately. All the responses we've been getting. Is this from Jedi? What was this? Yeah, Survivor. So even that had to apologize for its shit. Gollum is by far in a much worse state, to the point this might be worst game of the year. If you're an Angry Joe fan like me, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that on the worst games list next year. But moving on to some sports games. According to Ari Wasserman, big, if I'm correct, that is the sports guy that also is kind of controversial. At least he pisses a lot of people off. I know he pissed off Conor McGregor quite a few times, something like that. Anyways, he has got to play the new EA Sports college football NCAA game. According to him, take this with a grain of salt, because he's also probably being paid by Madden, or he's probably in cahoots with Madden. You know, he is claiming that, you know, this is completely different from Madden. They're bringing the dynasty mode back. They didn't just take Madden and reskin it for NCAA. According to him, they have not done that, and this will be a kind of standalone NCAA game like it used to be back in the day. But we'll see. I would like to see Dynasty Mode return, since that's kind of like the franchise. I would not like to see it strictly focus on like microtransactions, you know, some kind of MUT mode, the Ultimate Team mode like we have in Madden. I would like to see it actually not, I mean, it's gonna have that, no doubt about it, but pay attention to the Dynasty mode. Make sure that works. Make sure that, you know, just playing with friends or online with friends, couch with each other, multiplayer, you know, that type of shit works as well. Don't, if this game comes out and the first thing they're smacking us with is go to the Ultimate Team page and buy packs, here's your free pack, get more packs and play this mode, and, you know, Dynasty mode is kind of a buggy, glitchy mess like Madden's. Like, if this comes out and has the same bugs and glitches as Madden, we are going to immediately know that this is all a fucking lie, and they did take Madden's engine and everything and just slap NCAA jerseys over everybody. Like, I really want to see some detail in characters. I really want to see them look like they're actual. I mean, that might be asking a lot with how many players the NCAA has and how many colleges, but please don't make them look like generic, same over and over again. Like, on your sideline, you'll see characters that you see over on the opponent's sideline, or they look exactly the same. If you play Madden, you should know what I'm talking about. But yeah, this kind of gives me a little bit of hope, but not so much that I'm like now excited for the new NCAA football game. I don't trust Ari. I don't really trust this article, but I just felt like it's something that if we bring up now and the game comes out, when I play, I can say, hey, I said this shit was going to happen, and look, I was right. Moving on, like I said in my stream, make sure to come check me out. Link down in the description if you're watching on YouTube. Let's briefly go over the Sony PlayStation showcases. This is just the bigger ones. Don't forget, I also have a video where I covered this all, edited it down, and so that's on the channel too. So make sure to go check that out as well, and leave the like on there. So starting off, this was an accessory. I kind of paid attention more to this. I didn't really notice the handheld right here because they were talking about the earbuds. I want to know if these are all, if this is also maybe a headset. It doesn't look like it. If it's just earbuds, that's really stupid to me though. But they're going to have a handheld system like this. I guess this is it right here. This is really weird looking, but kind of cool. They got new accessories along with, you know, VR2 is already out. Spider-Man 2, they had an extended trailer of this. Sure, why not? Let's watch it again. Is this the whole thing? Oh, this is the 12-minute one. Oh shit. Oh, that's right, my shit isn't on yet. Features Kraven the Hunter, so we finally get to see Kraven, his gang, storming into Manhattan. Oh shit. Playing Gollum should join forces, maybe they would make some money. Man, they gotta recuperate money somehow on that game. That's what they gotta do. That's what they gotta do. I love the start of this. A little fake out. Didn't know if that was Kraven or not. And then the real Kraven comes.
For hours, but you sense nothing. Pathetic.
I like how it starts off pretty brutal too. They show him actually killing somebody. So you were really leaning into that M. Oh shit, is that... I'll turn it down over here.
I asked for an equal. And this is what you find.
If you want one with me
So,
talking less in it,
perhaps
my showcase reaction
a new
has
hunting
that.
ground.
This is my like second time reacting to this. Gonna be a little bit more angry. Yep, here's Prowler, Wraith, both the Spider-Mans. So, seeing some new characters in here, some old ones. See Taskmaster at the very end there.
The great hunt begins.
Doesn't he kind of look? That's a good point, Diablo. I didn't notice that. It does kind of give you a Turok type vibe. I just thought that first dude we saw was Craven, because he has the like cheetah print gauntlets on. I'm pretty sure in the Spider-Man like animated series in the mid-90s, he had those.
Sighted in Queens. Closing in now.
This was the only trailer in the showcase that was actually long and showed gameplay as well. I just realized that.
Cover the door. The beast could be anywhere.
You have no idea.
So I'm wondering if you can switch in and out of the symbiote suit. Since you see the his suit below it. That'd be cool if you could turn it on and off. I like how it takes over. I've always liked how the symbiote interacts with people. Like when it takes over any Brock or splits halfway, you can still see Brock inside him.
Craven wants a hunt? I'll give him one he'll never forget! He's gonna wish he never came to New York!
Looks like we're keeping kind of the same combat, except for the building on it. You got shit like that. That looks so cool.
Satellite scanning all active feeds. Triangulating position. Target located at Harlem Fish Market. All teams converge.
Lizards across the river. I'm not gonna make it in time.
Miles,
Got
the
the
hunters
ability
track
to
Connors
switch
to the Harlem Fish Market.
Lizard.
between Miles and
I'm
Peter.
on it. Sounds like Craven's checking off his.
We don't have much time. Move.
Guess we'll chat later.
Really hoping they give them their own unique missions and stories. Side missions, I mean.
Genki, the lizard's loose at the fish market.
Must be sushi night.
You still got that hunter drone you hijacked?
Been really tough hiding it from my mom, but yeah, I'll boot up and see you there.
They got here fast. Can't let him find Connors, or he's done for.
I think Genki uses in a little bit. Is that their own version of it?
Spread out. If you find the lizard, don't engage alone.
That's gonna be
Look at those
so
fish.
useful.
It's been feeding.
Now you can just create your own paths to get right above them.
Never saw it coming.
Hated having to wait for people to move or figure out their paths. And when you took these on as side
How's
missions,
the hunt going?
I love that they're returning. Great way to experiment with the combat.
Judging by the 3 tons of dead fish, not well. All right.
Now you see the bite marks in them.
Whoa. Hey, man.
Hey, thanks a lot for stopping by, Dark Diablo. Hope you have a good night, man.
Yeah. Genki's tracking him.
Hey, Mr. Parker. Mr. Spider-Man, I mean.
But the date isn't complete.
Okay, I think I got a lock.
Genki, wait, be chill.
Peace, bro.
That wasn't
Have
me.
a good night.
Me neither.
I don't even have a stomach, so...
Let's go! Go, go,
Fortunately, we don't get a real good shot of Lizard yet.
Can't lose Connors. Harry's dying, and he's the only one who can help.
We won't. You take the drones, I got the jet skis.
Still, the swinging looks like so much fun.
This is really, really exciting.
Keep it tight,
So
man.
cool to have an
Watch out for
actual
those
Spider-Man game
Don't
back
worry. They think I'm a friend.
in the market. Now we have 2 Spider-Men in one game. Another reason why I need a goddamn PlayStation. I gotta go back through and play through the first one again. Then Miles Morales. Then this. I love that jacket.
The East River is not a river.
The most expensive pre-order should come with a Kraven jacket like that.
It's fighting on right now. Everybody down!
Alright, I think you guys get the majority of
Help
it.
the tour boat! Right! I've got the metal murder bird!
Yep, Spider-Man 2 is gonna be good. Definitely worth your money, definitely worth your time. This, what is it? I think it's this October, isn't it? They give us a release date? Be Greater Together. Fall 2023, yeah, so probably October, September, October, maybe November, the latest, but definitely before the holiday season. Then we also got a look at the Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater remake kind of teaser. No gameplay, just a brief 2-minute trailer. Again, like I said in my actual showcase video, I don't know how I feel about this, knowing Kojima is not on it and isn't behind this game at all. I feel it's kind of dirty for Konami to do this game without him. Now, maybe he was secretly part of this and we just don't know about it yet. Maybe there's something in the works that we don't know about, but I'm going to highly doubt it. So it's just one of those things where it's like, it's cool to see it coming out again, but it would be a lot cooler if Kojima was on it, and that would get me a lot more hype for it. As of right now, I'm kind of middle of the road about it. I wish Kojima was on it. Just really wish Kojima was on it. I do want to see if Blue Point is doing this. Whoops. There we go. Yeah, not too much to see or talk about, really. Just shows off kind of some of the environment. I guess some of the power of the PS5, if this is actual in-game. I'd say it's not, but I'm going to assume it's not. Yeah, no gameplay, which is kind of disappointing since we already know, most of us know what Metal Gear Solid is, and we've all played Snake Eater, I hope. If not, here's your chance. As I pointed out in one of my shorts, you can see Metal Gear right back there, kind of in the distance. Oh, that was really cool. I do remember those fences kind of being the barrier. They didn't go too far. And we got next snake. Crocodile eating a snake. The snake eating the crocodile, but yep. See, at this point, a lot of us didn't know what the hell it was. People like me guessed Jurassic Park, the Florida Everglades simulator. Proud of that joke. But then we see the man himself, Snake. And yeah, that's when it all hit me. Ah, Snake Eater. Makes sense. They had the snake eating, being eaten. Get a little bit of the theme song, the classic theme song. So apparently, the lady singing this, the woman singing this, posted a picture of herself in a studio, and people saw in the background the Snake Eater lyrics on her little stand, her little music stand, and because she was in a recording booth. So that's kind of how it got out there that this might be happening, but it is. Konami, Blue Point, no Blue Point Studios. Okay, well, I mean, it's cool to see. Man, it's just weird. it's cool to see Konami coming back into the video game world with Silent Hill, which, by the way, also was not at the showcase. I completely forgot about that during the showcase, but there was nothing about any Silent Hill. No Silent Hill 2 remake or anything. I'm really disappointed about that. But it's cool to see them back in the video game world with that, and now Metal Gear Solid. But with Metal Gear Solid, it's just one of those things that I grew up with, that being Kojima's game, and then they did Survivor, and I didn't play it, but I saw how bad it was, and watched all the reviews and whatnot, and it takes a lot of my faith out of them doing a Metal Gear Solid game again. I mean, at least they have like a blueprint for this one, but still, I just feel like they need to give it back to Kojima and let him take that back over. But some good news, Marathon. Now, this is going to be probably something even for people my age. You probably don't really know about. You have to be real big into video games or Red versus Blue, in order to know what this is. But this was Bungie's original game. Now, I'm not entirely sure. Does it say the developer is best known for Destiny and Halo? Yep. Also, we saw, I don't know, is that in here? No, I don't think so. But we saw a trailer for, well, not really a trailer, just a teaser, I guess, for Destiny's final chapter, supposedly. But the newly crowned PlayStation Studio is returning to its roots with the sci-fi shooter Marathon. It won't be played. Yes! Oh, thank God, that feels so good to hear. It will not be a PlayStation exclusive, though. It's coming to both Xbox and PC with crossplay and cross-save support. Huh. So I'm wondering, that makes me feel like this is not going to be a full-on remake of Marathon. This might be a more multiplayer focused game. They might be taking Marathon and just revamping the whole thing, possibly, because here, we'll watch it at the same time. Because this doesn't look like the original Marathon, really. Some of the artwork and design definitely seems like it. I love the song, the sound. Yeah, I guess song track, audio track, whatever this is. But yeah, some of the stuff takes me back to the original Marathon. But it also just looks so different from what I've seen of Marathon. So I'm really thinking this is something completely new, using Marathon's name. Looks like we got robots, maybe some kind of AI, Android type deal. See, that shit reminds me of Marathon. I do know Marathon was an FPS, I just don't really know what it was about. It was definitely way before multiplayer was a big thing, especially online multiplayer, so I don't know. It looks interesting, it looks really fucking good. It's still just shocking to me to see Marathon come back. But again, it would make sense to me if they're just making a whole new game, vaguely using the original Marathon as, you know, the kind of like base plate for it, since it didn't sell very well. A lot of people don't know what it is, have never heard of it. It's something even I forgot about, and even my only memories of it are from Red versus Blue, when they did a season where one of the characters went back and they were in the Marathon game, and I don't have much information for you guys. So this is going to be a really cool experience. It's Bungie. I have a feeling, unfortunately, sadly, even though I'm not a big Destiny guy, I think sadly this will be coming at the heels of Destiny ending. You know, they're probably going to move on to Marathon, and that's where the Destiny team will move to when this game fully releases. But yeah, so kind of sad to see Destiny go. That game's been around for what, 15 years maybe, from the first one to maybe 20. No way. I know Destiny 2 has been going on 10 years now, and that was the plan for it. I can't remember how long Destiny was out for, but yeah, at least on the heels of that, we will get Marathon, something new and exciting, and looks very bright and vibrant. I love the color scheme of it. We got the Assassin's Creed release date. This will also be a fall October release, along with, you know, Spider-Man. So Broketober's coming back. Broketober will be back very soon. This was Not as long as I remember. But yeah, so this is was initially supposed to be a DLC that they decided to blow out, I guess you could say. They tried to extend as much as they could into a somewhat full game. I did find out that just the standard edition is only going to be $60, and the deluxe edition I think is $70 or $80. So it is a little bit cheaper than most AAA games nowadays. So there is that. I'm still kind of looking forward to it. I think I'm just a bigger Assassin's Creed fan than most people, since I've been playing them since they came out way back when. So to go back to the original area, timeline, all that stuff still kind of excites me. And if they're going back to the old play style of the game, I'm definitely excited, because I do miss kind of the old school style of Assassin's Creed. I think it's been long enough now that for me it'll be very nostalgic to play this kind of style again. So having said that, I understand that this game comes with the caveat of you gotta be as an Assassin's Creed fan that has kind of missed the old school style. They think right there to the kind of flashing. Oh no, I think that's just an ability you get. Never mind. It looked like they were trying to call back to Altair. Combat still looks fun. Very flashy. I will say some of the textures look kind of lacking. Just on the clothes and armor.
The stage is yours, Basim.
Do I get his name too, Basim? You even have the old school eagle synchronization points, eagle points, whatever you want to call them. October 12th, real close to my birthday. Or after my birthday, but yeah, around the time of my birthday. So definitely, is this October? Don't worry, there's lots more AC in the works as well. Yeah, I mean, did they take time off? Have they really taken time off? I'd have to look that up. You know, I was hoping after Valhalla they would take a little bit more time off before releasing another one, and then to make it worse, they go and take DLC and just stretch it out to make it a full-on game, to try and make it a full-on game. So that'll be a little interesting to see how they've done that. I mean, interesting not in a good way, but you know, I'm going to assume it's a lot of stupid side missions or just pointless shit. But we will find out this October for sure. Hopefully that's not a PlayStation exclusive. They didn't really specify what was the PlayStation. Well, obviously Spider-Man, we all know that, but I have a good feeling this is going to be a PlayStation exclusive. Metal Gear Solid. Marathon is not, though, so who knows with Assassin's Creed. I don't think so. And then I guess the final one, the only real big one for VR2, which was really shocking and disappointing, because they said that VR2 was going to be a big emphasis of this year, and it kind of was not. We only got a few games, and the biggest one being Resident Evil 4 VR. And my whole thing with this is everyone's played it enough that, you know, you already know what to expect, you know what the areas look like and everything, so it's just a slightly different game.
How far could he have gone?
The starting house. And just, I don't know what to say about it, since, you know, played through it, we've all seen it, spent plenty of time playing it, so it just feels like it's a little too late. Gotta get these out a lot sooner, closer to the actual game's release date. Like, that's the coolest thing I've noticed, is being able to carry the knife and a pistol at the same time. Using the CQC assault rifle and the, what was it, the LMP5, the submachine gun will be really cool. But, you know, it's Resident Evil 4 VR. Probably should have been out sooner, because seeing it now is just kind of meh. Okay, yep. I mean, I played it a dozen times. I played through it like 3 or 4 times now on my actual console, so would have been a lot cooler for VR owners a lot sooner. But, you know, VR2 took forever to get out, and now this is taking a while to get out. Do they even have a release date? In development. Oh yeah, this is the one that just said in development. It's just like, okay, well shit. Could be waiting a while longer. But yep, that's pretty much the highs of the PlayStation Showcase. And you gotta remember, for an hour-long showcase to only have what, like 5 or 6, well actually like 5 actual titles, and then the whole accessory set coming out soon, that's kind of weak. You know, it was a lot of indie stuff. It was a few things that were just kind of fell out of place there. But yep, again, I got a full video up as well, so make sure to check that out. I'll have that somewhere around here at some point. So yeah, just keep an eye out and you can go check that out as well. Thank you. Anyways, Warhammer 40K also held its own gaming showcase. Due to the lack of E3 this year, they decided, you know, we got enough games, full-length games coming out, and not board games either. Like, I thought some of this would be board games, they're board games and miniatures and whatnot. No, it's actual Warhammer games, including I think 1 or 2 AAA games they said, but definitely some interesting ones. I've been meaning to get into Warhammer. I've been watching stuff on Warhammer. I mean, I've known about this stuff for a long time. I've never played the actual game, board game itself or miniature game itself, but the whole lore and world has always interested me, and some of the dark stuff and creepy, messed up shit that goes on it. Definitely cool shit. But they are going to be continuing to expand into video games, as this is actually one of the bigger board games and miniature type things on the market right now. But they're now starting to branch out into video games a lot more. But they called it the Skulls was and it was just Warhammer games. It was just a showcase for Warhammer games. I found out about this after it happened. Yeah, I kind of checked out to make sure they were, if they were board game related or video game related. But yeah, they're all video game related. But some of them have already come out this year. Darktide and Total War Warhammer 3 are already out, but now we have new stuff. Oh, Bolt Gun, there it is. God damn it, Bolt Gun. That just came out, and people are really happy with that. But yeah, let's check out Rogue Trader trailer. Let's saying that 5 times fast. Oh, okay, there we go. I don't think there's any copyright music.
Rogue traders, daring explorers who benefit from a unique style of freedom normally unheard of in the Imperium, with means to decide the fate of entire regions.
Those are all the classes we get to pick.
Little can stop them.
Please tell me they are.
Of domination and power, and they do not venture alone.
Okay.
Their crew contains some of the galaxy's most unique. It's
gonna be multiplayer? Oh, that'd be so cool.
Psychers, strange Xenos, servants of the Inquisition.
Nice.
And even space marines.
Nice. Alright. We get to play as them?
Is a lone space wolf survivor whose pack was defeated by the murderous Drukari.
Please tell me, give me all this backstory. Yes. Yes, you do. Oh, found out who I'm playing. Maybe not. Maybe I'll switch it up. Ooh, there's even space combat? It's gonna be PC only. That's why I'm upgrading my PC.
Even still, the enemies of humanity are numerous.
Nice.
And they will not relinquish an opportunity to strike.
See, I love all the different alien races in this.
Worst of all, a ghastly peril lurks. An insidious corruption which works to undermine the
what are they called?
Imperium's most staunch defenders.
God damn it. Please say it, because I can't think of it. Chaos Marines, that's
Only
it.
with uncompromising zeal and steadfast faith.
Turgle, whatever the fuck his name is.
The lure of the ruinous powers.
Nice.
Those who succumb to the darkness risk a calamitous fate in exchange for their soul.
Ooh.
And damnation await.
Can you choose to join with them? Oh, the beta is on June 1st. How do I get the beta? What is this on? Nice. 20 centimeter fucking figurine. Jesus Christ. How much is that? Yep. It's only on Steam. I wonder, like that taxing or demanding on a PC, right? Right? I'd really like to play that game. I'm really looking. There's a sale on Xbox right now on Warhammer games, so please leave your suggestions down in the comments. I would like to buy some Warhammer games to buy. Maybe even stream them if you're interested. Let me know down in the comments. Then check the links down below for the link to my Twitch. This one is, oh crap, this is the Speed Freak one. Yeah, I was not too excited for this, but Warhammer fans, maybe if you're into this type of deal. I mean, they do have the Blood Bowl expansion, so it's a vehicle combat game set in Warhammer 40k with orcs. I just haven't been into vehicle combat games in a long time. Oh, do you get other factions outside just the orcs? At least there's gameplay. PlayStation. Yeah, looks like it. It actually looks kind of fun, not gonna lie. Is this gonna be on consoles, or is this also just PC? Join the alpha playtest, and they blocked it the fuck off. Way to go. Cool, thanks guys. So yeah, I'm sure that's coming out at some point in time soon. They all both look pretty good. I was hoping to see more stuff like this, or first-person shooters, third-person action type deals. But either way, more Warhammer stuff coming out in terms of video games. Again, let me know what good Warhammer games are on the consoles, Xbox right now, and I might pick them up and try them out. But yeah, if not, I will definitely want to give this one a try. Rogue Trader. Definitely want to check that one out. Don't even know what that was about. That wasn't even there. And that's what made me think this was figurines. This is definitely a miniature. I can tell by this right here. But I thought this might be more, they might have been more focused on their board games rather than, you know, this or video game. John Wick 5 is confirmed, but even more importantly than that, John Wick video games are possibly in development or a possibility in the future. So with John Wick 5 being done, they said essentially there could be John Wick video games in development. They are in talks about it with Lionsgate. They did do the, what was it? The one game, the like kind of weird puzzle, figure how to kill everybody before finishing. I can't remember really. It didn't go over too well, but yeah, we need a real John Wick AAA action shooter adventure game along with John Wick 5. So yep, but that is gonna do it for me today. So thanks everyone on YouTube. Make sure if you are watching, you hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share, help out the video a lot. Also go over to Patreon where you can get your name in these videos, name or username, and yeah, get exclusive content on there, like the full PlayStation Showcase reaction is up on there. So yep, helps me out a lot as well. Come check me out on Twitch as well, where I'm live pretty consistently, and you can watch me do this live, interact with me, all that good stuff. Suggest stories over on Discord or things for me to react to. Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell.